This weekend's errands is more or less me getting ready for my trip. So it's like my version of Appointment Olympics, except I don't really have appointments like everybody else because I don't do a lot of things. I don't really do my hair since I stopped coloring my hair. I literally don't do anything to my hair that I don't do for myself. My nails are already done from week before, so I'm not gonna bother to touch them up because I feel like they're still fresh enough to go on the trip. They'll be really bad by the time I get back, but I'll make an appointment for like the weekend I get back. And then yeah, I don't do anything else. Brows, lashes, wax it, like nothing. Low maintenance girl, I guess. I don't know. So my Olympics more so is errands in terms of getting things that I need to get before I leave and getting things that my mom and my sister asked me to get for them. So that's what I'm about to do. Let's go. Nice. So this store features all kind of local designers and brands per se. So I'm just here checking out what they have and seeing if there's anything that I want to get for my sister. Yeah, she's definitely not gonna wear that, but I know she likes things that has like Trinidad and Tobago on it. So I'm gonna browse around and see what I can get for her. Actually, I think my cousin has her brand in this store, so that'll be interesting to see it in real life in a store because I never have before. I've only seen it at her house. So yeah, I don't see it right now, but I think it's usually here. So of course I had to hop back on to show you all her brand that I found in the store. It's Laura Bloom. She does handmade local soaps and I believe oils and other products. You could always check out her social media pages, but this is it. I'm so proud of her, and I've actually tried it. I think the hibiscus rose soap is actually the one I have in my shower right now, and it's super good. Okay guys, so I'm in the grocery now getting the stuff that mommy and my sister wants in the liquor lane. I'm not getting liquor. My sister wants bitters. Please ignore the background music. Apparently this is what the grocery deems appropriate for Father's Day, so they're playing that in the background. Okay guys, last errand for the day. Y'all know where I am, my second home.
And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And today's workout was a leg day. I started off on the treadmill after I got a good stretch in. I did a light jog for about 10 minutes.
Grace and peace, everybody. It is Sunday. I am on my way to church. Why did I just do that? I think I just did that because I said the word peace, but hear me out. I have been thinking that I would like to have a signature salumi salutation for all my journal vlogs. So similarly, how you all see me do this all the time, that is my signature salutation that I use with my mom and my sister when we have video calls, because they don't live here, so we talk a lot via video calls. I don't even remember how it came up, but somehow this turned into us saying hi and bye. I've started using it on TikTok, and for some strange reason it just stick, and everybody's just be like talking about that, like your little wave smile thing, and I'm like, okay. So anyway, I want to get a signature salutation for my video entries here. And that's why I said grace and peace, everybody, because I wanted to have the word peace in it. And hear me out. My name is Salome. It is a derivative from shalom, which means peace. Peace. My name is biblical. For you all that don't know. And I honestly feel like I am the embodiment of peace. I'm not just saying that to like toot my own peace or anything, right? Again, hear me out. People have said it to me. I have had friends also, like last month when I had my farewell lunch, everybody around the table was saying like different nice things about me, like what they value the most or will miss the most or whatever. And I have this group chat on WhatsApp with two colleagues that we were kind of like really close at the job, right? And one of the girls said, you know, the personality types in the trio, there's one who's a little crazy, if she watching this, she know who she is. Big up USP. And the other one is very headstrong, independent, just, you know, double M, big you up too. And she said, I was like that dose of reality, that like peace bearer, like always kind of bringing the peace to the group, like because the personalities are so, you know. And I was just like, well, I kind of never really thought about that, but yeah. And then also I've had like people, the last young man I was speaking to, for example, he said, you know, he could be so stressed out, his family stressing him, work stressing him, like classes stressing him, like just life, like everything just coming at him. And from the time he is around me or speaks to me, like he just feels so calm. Like it's just a presence of peace. And I've heard that from like, you know, relations in the past where people just be like, you bring peace, like you're that person and you come home to in the evening and you don't want the rah, like you just like be peace, you know. They always say a man wants to come home and just be like, you're his peace. Yeah. Anywho, all that to say, people have always said that I have the spirit of peace about me. And what like really solidify it, you all this one's going to blow your mind. If you don't know, and I said I would make a different vlog about this, and I will, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but for the past year I have been suffering with severe anxiety. And when I say severe, I mean crippling, as in affecting work, affecting my personal life, my health, like everything, to the point where I really had to seek more help than I was getting before in like just regular therapy. But I will talk about that in a different entry, right? And so for me, I firmly believe that I really do embody peace, and part of my purpose here on earth has to do with peace. Because look at where the enemy is attacking me the most since my walk got stronger with Christ. It's my peace of mind with this anxiety and panic attacks and things, right? All that to say, I feel like I want my salutation to have peace. So that's why I was like, grace and peace, everybody. But I'm not 100% sold on that. Maybe instead of like good morning, good evening, good day, I could be like good peace. I do like that. Peace be unto you all. Peace be with you all. Peace you all. I don't know. Grace and peace. That one not too bad. I'll work on it. I'll get back to you all on what the final is, and then you all will hear it in all the entries, basically, right? So that's the thought process. So I'm on the way to church right now. The weathering is not the best. It is rainy and overcast. I typically don't like to be outside in rain. I like to be curled up in my bed on the couch. But since I will be traveling and miss service for the next 3 weeks, I wanted to make it my duty to go today. So we go in, rain or shine. Also didn't dress appropriately because I am going to freeze inside of church today because I do not have on any long sleeve anything. I did not grab my cardigan on the way out, and the only thing in my car is a hoodie in the back that does not go with this aesthetic. Not that I'm that fancy today because I was running a little bit late because I did wash my hair this morning and put some deep conditioner and stuff in it. Fun fact, the deep conditioner is still in my hair and I will wash it out when I reach back home because I didn't have time to do a full wash. But anyhow, so I'm just wearing a black baby tee bodysuit. Literally all. I have like 2 dozen of these. Like half a dozen white, half a dozen black. I have a blue, a green, a brown, a beige. I love them. They're comfortable, they're breathable, they go with everything. Jeans, trousers for work, everything. Got these on Amazon. Y'all know me, Amazon queen. I really like Amazon, y'all. Like, if I lived in the States, I think I would have had Amazon packages outside my door every single day. Because when I visit my mom, that's what's happened. Anywho, I'm wearing the black bodysuit baby tee thing with a burgundy high-waisted soft pants, and when I stand it actually looks like a skirt because it's so flowy and fabricy. I don't know what to call that. Again, Amazon. I have the black, the burgundy, and a light blue, and I might buy about like 2 more colors. So I'm wearing that with some sandals. Not the best for this rain, but we almost reached the church, so we're going with it. And yeah, it's definitely another journal entry for me to talk about. It's my style and my modesty journey, and just, yeah, my personal style and where I want to go with it. And you know, we'll eventually, not to worry, because I know y'all have been giving me feedback that I don't go in depth in certain areas and topics, and apparently you all want to see, like, people wanted me to take footage at the gynecologist. People want to know what I do at work as for a career. Like, you all are literally coming at me with feedback like, you're not giving us enough, we need more. And I'm like, I didn't know you all needed more. Also, I can't talk about everything online, y'all. I have a little bit of privacy in my life, a little bit, but I promise I will have journal entries on my journey with anxiety, my testimony about backsliding and coming back to Christ, my job, career journey as well, another one on health and wellness, because I did touch on that with my nutritionist and stuff, but I feel like there's still some more to go through. Ow! Bumpy road. I know y'all hearing my shocks, but again, not fixed in the next 2 weeks, I promise. The modesty and personal style, side hustle. Like, there's just so many things that I have to talk about, and I have ideas for different journal vlogs. Like, it's a lot. Trust me, I've been journaling them, writing them down so I don't forget, and I have content to constantly put out there. So it's gonna come. Just be patient with me. Again, life be lifing. I cannot put out videos every day, even though some of y'all are messaging me asking for more frequent videos. Can't do it, guys, not right now. Travel content, yes, y'all will get travel content when I'm traveling soon. So yeah, it's all coming. But for now, grace and peace, everyone. It's Sunday. We are going to church, and I'm gonna take y'all with me. So yeah, I'm almost there. I'll get back with y'all in a few. Nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else. Alright, I just got to church. Y'all could have told me I had so much lint on my clothes, huh? I'm just saying. Luckily, I always have a lint brush in the car. So we good? Alright, put on my usher's badge. And let's go!
mystery. There's no trusting involved.
I'm back. So I got home from church and I half meal prepped because of course I forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer to defrost, so now I have to wait for that to defrost to do the meat. So I decided to start organizing to pack a little bit. And in me trying to put things in place and organize, I realized I needed to wash my makeup brushes. I try to do it every 3 months. I honestly don't know what's the recommended time frame, how often you're supposed to do it, but I try to do it every 3 months. I did not in fact do it 3 months ago, so they are overdue to wash. So me prepping to see like water carrying and thing, I was like, let me just wash the brushes and done. So came downstairs to the kitchen because I have the stainless steel sink down here. I don't like to do it in my bathroom because the sink is like the white like porcelain, and I have to put like more arm grease into washing that with sieve and bleach and stuff. So I come downstairs and use the kitchen sink for this. So what I do is I fill up a basin of water. Mine feels warm, but I don't think it needs to be warm. And what I do is I use baby shampoo, any brand from Pennywise, any old brand. And what I do is I take my brush, dip it in some water in the basin. I use a basin of water because I don't want to keep the pipe running with water the whole time. So I'll refill the basin, like clean it and refill it. I put some baby shampoo in my hand of this much. This size bottle usually lasts me 2 to 3 rounds of washing all my brushes. I don't know if that was a lot of brushes or not. I don't know what's the normal amount of brushes people are supposed to have or usually have. I kind of just swirl it around like this in the baby shampoo and you can see the color that is coming off of it. It's gross, it's disgusting. Look, I colored my hand. I don't know if y'all could see that, but yeah, all that makeup is coming off. So that is what I'm going to do for the next about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. I actually don't have to wash all because I have not used all. I think I need to purge my brushes and throw away the ones that I'm really not using. Because I've also upgraded and gotten like some newer ones as well. So I think I need to throw out the ones I'm not using for sure. Like I think I need to purge things in my house like makeup brushes, shoes, finish the closet because I have not finished that. Like just purge things and get rid of things I'm not using. I don't like clutter and I don't like things that people just keep in for keeping's sake. So me with my minimalist self, I'm probably going to do a little purge. Of course, I'll keep you all updated, but I'm gonna go finish this and I will be back. Bye. Hi guys, so I finished cleaning my brushes. These are all of the clean brushes here, inclusive of my beauty blender. These are pencils, so ignore that. But these are the brushes that I decided to purge out and get rid of for the main reason of some of these, like these are clean. Clearly I have not used these in I don't know how long. And then these, which are dirty, I actually got replacements to these, which are over there in the black sets, because I was in the process of switching out this set, which is Morphe, I don't know how you pronounce it, but these are very old. I kid you all not, I think I have had these since I moved back to Trinidad in 2012. These are old. So I've replaced them with a mixture of Elf, Sephora, Amazon, and more Morphe brushes, but they're black, so they look more professional-ish, kind of like if I know what I'm doing when I'm doing my makeup, but I really don't. So yeah, the brushes are done. I am gonna go upstairs now and I think I'm gonna start picking out a few things to pack that I know for sure I need, like pajamas. I need an outfit for my mom's goddaughter's christening, like certain things that I know are going to do. I'm gonna pack outfits for that, at least as a start, right? So let's go. So the first things first is I took out my packing cubes. These are compression packing cubes that I got on Amazon. Well, no, Amazon queen. So what I do is I put my clothes inside of them. I zip it up and then I compress it, like press out as much air as I can, and I zip further to compress it even smaller than it is when it goes in, right? So these are not just regular packing cubes, these are compression packing cubes. It helps you save space, so you fit more into your suitcase. So this actually came with a pack of different sizes. There's this big one, this one, this one. I honestly feel like there was another one. I will have to go and look. And then there's this tiny one, which sometimes I put like stuff in here in my hand luggage so that it's not rolling around my suitcase. Not my suitcase, my handbag. Like when I have a big tote bag and things that don't really have much pockets, I just put stuff in like here and put this in the tote bag so that I could just pull this out and get everything that I need. Sometimes I just put things in here to take this out, to put it on the ground on the plane, and put the whole tote up on top in the overhead. But anyway, I'll figure out if I even need this little one on this trip. I definitely need these big three though. In terms of what I have taken out so far to pack, I took out pajamas. So I'm taking 2 sets of pajamas. I have this short pants, pink and white striped one. It's shorts with a tank top, matching tank top. So if there's one thing I really like, it's pajamas. I always wear pajamas when I'm home. You're lucky I'm not wearing one right now because I'm still in my top from church. But anyway, love a pajama set. Probably when I get 4 or 5 more when I go, because I tend to buy a few of them every year when I'm in the UK in Primark, because I really like Primark pajamas. I'm not gonna lie, I think these are actually Primark. Haha. Let's see. Yes, these are Primark. So I think I bought these last year in the UK. Anyway, so I personally find the quality of them to be very good. All their pajamas. Primark, everything quality don't usually be good, but pajamas can't go wrong. So I'm taking this set because I tend to feel very hot in the night when I'm sleeping. So I need the short pants because I tend to sleep in short pants. But I am also packing this long pajama pants and a black tee to go with it. And this is just in case that it really is nippy when I go, because the temperature over there seems to be very bipolar these days. Like, it's supposed to be spring. Why not spring-in? Why it's still like fall, winter-ish, right? And the black tee to match that. So that's like 2 sets of sleeping clothes. I could always wash it and reuse it because I'm with my sister. She has a washing machine, so great. And I can always use her sleeping stuff too. So I think 2 is enough for 2.5 weeks. I am also packing this long dress, maxi dress, to go to my mother's goddaughter's christening. Can't wait to see Evie. She's the cutest baby ever, y'all. Oh my gosh. Ooh, my ovaries jumping. And because again the weather is bipolar, I'm taking this black cardigan to wear with it just in case I cold when outside, like, and I'll take it off when I'm inside. So that's what I have set aside so far as definites. I'm thinking to take 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pair of like trousery like soft pants, and 2 leggings or 1 leggings. I think that should be enough bottoms. I am not packing any shorts because I feel like the weather just not gonna permit me wearing shorts in the UK. And skirts, I don't feel like wearing any of the skirts that I currently own. I do need some new ones. I don't fit into a lot, so I gave them away. And dresses, well, I have that one dress, and I think I am going to pack one other burgundy color dress, and I think that's it, because I really not, the weather just, it's bipolar, it's iffy. So I have that, and then I'm gonna pack a lot of t-shirts to wear with the jeans and the pants, because this is really not a fashion trip, y'all. Like, normal cute little t-shirts. So I have this one. Oh, I have this cute, it's never luck, it's always good. I might actually travel in this one. So I have 2 t-shirts so far. I am thinking of these green pants. They kind of say summer, even though clearly the weather is not summering. So I have that out for now. I will have to go get the leggings and decide which 2 pair of jeans I'm taking. I'm thinking one light color and one dark wash, and also which other soft pants I'm carrying apart from that green one. And then out of all those bottoms, I need to decide which one I'm actually going to wear to travel. I would prefer to wear jeans because it's heavier, so it will take up less weight in the suitcase. However, this is an 8-hour flight, and I don't think I could sit down in jeans for 8 hours, to be very honest. So I may wear trousers or leggings. I'm not sure yet. But I just wanted to prove a point to y'all that I have started to pack and put thought into it. So I should be done without the panic that usually comes with packing the night before for this particular trip. That is the plan, that is the intention, and I'm feeling good about it. So I'm gonna take a break here and finish up my Sunday. I need to finish meal prepping, pick out something to wear for work tomorrow, do my Bible study, and I still didn't wash the deep conditioner out of my hair since this morning. To be very honest, I don't think I'm gonna do that tonight because I'm just not feeling to wet my hair again. So that might have to be done in the morning, which means I might have to go to work with wet hair. But we'll see. Or maybe I will do it tonight and blow dry this time. I typically don't like to blow dry my hair, like diffuse it, because I find it's kind of be dry and frizzy. But this week I have to rewash my hair midweek because I am traveling. So this wash that I do would not be expected to last as long as the last one. So yeah. Catch y'all later. Grace and peace, everyone. Good morning. Y'all have a story for y'all. My car is giving trouble. So your girl is taking public transport to work today. I've not done this since I was in my teens, when I was in high school. So I'll keep you all posted when I get to work of how it went. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday. And I'm a little bit annoyed, but I'm trying to remain thankful and grateful through my annoyance. So I want to use this opportunity to remind you all to stay joyful through the wilderness, according to the Bible. Honestly, cannot remember which book and which chapter and verse right now because my mind is just... Y'all, I woke up to no electricity, and because I have no electricity, I have no water because the pump cannot function to pump water into the pipes of my house, especially upstairs, right? Which is where my main shower is. Right, so that's that. It kept going on and off last night. I don't know what was happening in the area. I really hope none of my appliances were affected by it. But yeah, it was an issue. So then I woke up this morning a little bit before my alarm went off. There was a loud like noise, bang, which could possibly be a transformer that blew somewhere. But yeah, now we have no electricity, no water. And because I'm taking public transportation this week, my laptop is at the office because I didn't want to have to go up and down with it. So I don't have my laptop to say like I could work from home and not go. So I have to get ready to go to the office with no electricity and no water. Even if I did have my laptop, there's no electricity at home. There's no Wi-Fi at home. So point is I have to go to the office, right? So I'm getting ready via the lovely sunlight of the morning, which was my first reminder that God is so great because he created that. And thank God that I have this light coming in here to get ready with. The second thing I want to give thanks for is the fact that I had water stored in large, like, I don't know what size that is. It's not a gallon. It has to be more than a gallon, maybe like 3 or 4 gallons size containers in my storeroom downstairs because, you know, rainy season, hurricane season coming, you never know what could happen. I always have water on hand, right? So I have the water that I was able to take a shower, bathe with, right? My version of how I had to bathe this morning. We're not going to go into details of that. Just know that it involved like a 4-gallon thing of water. Cold water, by the way, because there's no way to heat the water. Body wash and a washcloth. You all use your imagination, figure it out. But I'm clean. I'm smelling good. I'll take a proper shower tonight, which is another reason why I take a very long shower in the night, because you just never know. Anyhow, so took my shower, and that was my other reason to be thankful that like I even had that water stored up. You all have people in the country and the world that like don't even have water on a daily to, you know, shower, cook, whatever. Was yet to store it. Like they don't have water to use every day. They will have water to store. No. So that's that. And then the other thing that I was really thankful for this morning. All the power just came back. Praise God. Look at God. But I'm going to take a long shower now anyway because it is almost time for me to leave the house and I can't be late. So I'm gonna just make do. What I could do is possibly iron though and change my outfit because I was not going to work in a proper outfit. So I'll be back. All right, everybody. So I am now ready for work. I did the best that I could do with no electricity and no water, but at least I am ready and about to walk out the door on time. Feeling very hot because there was no AC to get ready, but I did it. So I'm off to work now. I'll catch up with you all later. Guys, so I just finished eating lunch and I have a little bit of time on my hands, so I said let me address some of the feedback and comments and questions that I got on last week's journal entry, which was about me starting a new job. So most of the questions I got were around, you know, what exactly is it that I do? Apparently some of you all don't know what I do career-wise for a job. And you kind of want some more information on that. You'll also want to know how I am this lucky to get to travel for work. So I will tie that together with what I do. And also about 2 or 3 people asked me for advice on how they can get into this area of what I do, this industry, right? So I'll start off with what exactly I do. My title is Market Development Manager. Fancy words, basically I am a sales manager, guys. Plain story, sales manager. It is market development because when they say market in this industry, for those of you that are not in the industry, I can't assume everybody watching is, market really is country, and development is really making the business more efficient and optimal. So developing in terms of bettering the ways of working so that we can have a mutually beneficial relationship in terms of growing sales volumes, so they benefit, we benefit, etc. right? So it's really sales, because what I do is I sell from the company that I work for to another company, which in most times it's a distributor who in that specific country now resells those products to retailers, so your supermarkets, your pharmacies, etc. So I would have done that at my previous job for the local market, which is Trinidad and Tobago. I was in charge of 2 distributors, one that did the east-west corridor and one that did the southern part of Trinidad. After that position, I moved to a regional position where I would have managed 19 Caribbean territories, so from Bahamas come all the way down to Guyana. And I have now moved to a new position where I am doing the same thing but for international, so outside of the Caribbean. For example, one of the countries that I will be managing is Canada, so it's countries outside of the Caribbean. I think I have about 3 or 4 that are in the Caribbean, but I also have now international, right? So long story short, I'm into business to business sales. I sell on behalf of manufacturers to distributors that manage our business in other countries. So I'm a sales manager, y'all, right? How did I get here? I would have actually started in marketing. I did my bachelor's degree and master's degree in the US in management and international marketing. Funny story, that international marketing was actually very specific to Islamic business. I did travel courses to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Turkey. I've never used anything I learned in those classes. I think I really just wanted to go on a trip because y'all know I love to travel, so yeah, I signed up for those. Anyway, so marketing, I would have worked in New York at advertising agencies. That's how I more or less started my career. I absolutely loved it with everything, but I had to come back to Trinidad, and I would have started my first position here at an advertising agency, and very quickly found out that I don't love it here. It's not the same as working at an agency in the US. So I quickly transitioned to brand management, which is a little bit more of what they do at agencies in the US. And I've worked with several distributors in Trinidad in the aspect of brand management, marketing management. And so I kind of know or have a fairly good grasp and understanding of the operations of a distributor, because I have worked with 3 of the largest in Trinidad, and that is what really gave me that foot in the door of sales, because my manager at the time would have told me in order to climb the corporate ladder, I needed sales experience, not just marketing. So to run an entire division, you would need both, right? And so for me to get into sales, I kind of applied for positions where I knew it was sales, but I also knew you needed to have an understanding of how distributors work to secure the position. So that's what I applied for. It was to go into sales, but to work with distributors. So having worked at distributors and having the knowledge of that is really what gave me that edge and foot in the door, although I had no sales experience. So as I got the different positions in sales, my experience just continued to grow. So I did local, Trinidad, Caribbean, and now I'm at international. So we'll see what the next step is in my career. I absolutely have no idea. I never have an idea. I am just led by God, because I pray and I pray and I pray when I am searching for jobs or trying to change companies, etc. Like, all I do is pray and apply, and wherever he puts me, it is what it is, right? So that is to answer what I do, how I got here. There was also a few comments about life being really glamorous because I'm lucky because I get to travel so much. Let me touch on that real quick, guys. Like everything in life, there's pros and there's cons. Pros, yeah, I love to travel. I get to see countries that I probably would not have seen so far in life if I weren't working in the career that I'm in. So great, yes. However, I'm not there as a tourist. I'm still working, y'all. I'm on the clock. So I don't get to enjoy most of the places that I go to. I see inside of conference rooms, hotel rooms, and supermarkets. In the last 2 years, I have been to Bahamas, I think 4 or 5 times. This is how many times I've been to the beach or worn a swimsuit in Bahamas. So you really don't get the time to learn and enjoy the different countries. You do get exposed to like the food, some of the culture, but for the most part, no, you kind of have to go back when you are on vacation. Sometimes you are afforded maybe 2 or 3 hours at maximum in a specific country where you would get that opportunity to do like one thing. So like my last trip to Belize, I got about 2-3 hours and we got to go to a Mayan temple, ruin, etc. But for the most part, you really don't get to do anything personal. It is work all day. At the end of the day, you go back to the hotel and you now have to check emails and do reports that are due because you still have deliverables even though you are traveling for work. So yes, your out of office is on, but it definitely says my responses will be delayed, but best believe you need to respond at some point. So that's that. And if you don't have that, you also have business dinners that could go till 10, 11, 12 at night where you are tired, but you still have to go smile and nod and then go to sleep and wake up and do it again. So it is very tiring. It takes a toll on your body, especially if you have very long travel days. I have had flights where I had to get to the airport for like 1 a.m. Your flight is like 3:30 a.m. You don't get to your destination until about 6 p.m. So sometimes we have very long travel days depending on where we have to go. You may have to pass through Panama or Miami or somewhere else to get to your final destination. Sometimes you don't have the flexibility to say, no, I can't go at this point in time. I have an engagement this weekend, I have something to do, like depending on the agenda. If it's a group traveling or a specific meeting or conference, like you don't really have that flexibility of determining when you are going sometimes, right? So yeah, and if you have back-to-back trips, which I've also had, that can take a toll on your body because essentially you could go to one place this week, come back for 2 days and have to go to the next country just based on how the timing is lined up. Because of course, when you are planning with this one particular distributor in a country, they all kind of have this mindset of you're working with and for them. So they're not really concerned with what other countries you have to go to. So, you know, sometimes you could have back-to-back trips. So yeah, all of that to say, it is lucky that I get to see different countries, but you don't get to enjoy it and it could be very tiring. But yes, I do enjoy it because I do love to travel in general. Hate packing, hate flying, but love to be in different places. So that's that on the travel. And then the final thing is tips and advice on how to get here. Honestly, I don't even know. I think it's just, for me, it honestly has been, I am just blessed. I work really hard. So when I was in school, I applied myself, I studied hard, I worked hard, I got good grades, graduated and applied for positions, and was blessed to be afforded really good positions. In those positions, continued to work really hard. My work ethic is not gonna top tier, not even gonna lie. Like, my work ethic, I could be a little bit of a workaholic, which I'm working on. I'm trying to do the whole work-life balance thing now, because I do realize there's more to life than work, and I'm starting to see that now, because I'm getting up there, and a lot of my personal life area has not been developed as much as my career, so trying to work on that. But yeah, I have just worked really hard and been afforded amazing opportunities. So the best thing I can say is work hard at school, study hard, apply for internships. A lot of companies are doing those nowadays. That could be a great way to get your foot in the door, but I think my main bit of advice would be networking, because the first position that I got at a distributor in Trinidad literally was through networking. Being back in Trinidad, having my degrees, and talking to friends of my parents, actually, letting them know that I'm back. I sent a lot of cool emails with my resume, like just to people like, hey, I'm back in the country, I need a job. And I did get an interview from one of those emails, and that's how I secured like my first brand manager position in Trinidad. So network in terms of reaching out to anybody that you may know that may know somebody. Even if you think it's a dead end, still reach out, you never know. And also utilize LinkedIn. I am an advocate for LinkedIn. I would say after my first position, every position that I got after that, and most interviews, even though I didn't get those jobs, have all come from LinkedIn. So ensure that you have a professional profile. Keep it professional, guys. This is not Instagram and Facebook. And use it. Network, add people, read things, use it. And that's pretty much it on careers. You all know what I do, you all know how I got here. And yeah, I'm glad that y'all were interested in what I do. I'm glad you all thought it was a lot more than what it really is. I'm a sales manager, international sales manager. It is sometimes very surreal that I have the career that I do, and I am where I am right now. Because like I said in one of my earlier entries, sometimes I definitely still think of myself as little slow me. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for everything when it comes to my career. And so I'll check in with y'all later. I don't know how y'all are surviving this Sahara dust. I am about to do a nasal wash because I feel like I can't breathe. Anybody else is suffering from the Saharan dust all over Trinidad? Please leave a comment and let me know what I could do that would make my respiratory system not feel as bad.